back. Right now, I am at Camp Shepard in Smithfield, Rhode Island. This is a currently abandoned old children's camp. It was operating, I believe, in the later part of the 20th century, closed in the 90s, I think. But the buildings are still remaining here, at least most of them are. Last time I was here, they were open and you can go inside of them. I heard they since have been boarded up, so let's go take a look and see what we can find. This one right here, though, is some kind of an old, like outdoor little seating area. I just noticed a massive hornet's nest right there in the corner. Let's go outside and take a look at that. And I want to learn more about the history of this place as well. There's like a little rain ditch over here. Alright, let me put sunglasses on so I can actually see this thing. It's actually bright and warm out today, luckily. I don't know if anyone's still alive though, because I think we did have a freeze. Oh shit, they're in there. They're in there. Yeah. Okay, so they're definitely in there. There's hornets in there. I'm staying away from that, and let's head towards the park. The area was recently opened up only a few years ago. It was closed. I think there were gates and stuff in front and you couldn't get in, but now trails are open and we're gonna be able to see the remains and ruins of the campgrounds that used to be here. Now you'd imagine this was like a little vacation spot for people. I mean, I don't know how young the children were that would stay here. It was like a summer camp, but every summer you'd come here, you'd swim, there'd be activities. The parking lot to park here is at 71 Caldwell Road, in case anybody wanted to find it and you need an easy way to access it. You can put that in your maps. So I was reading, it used to be YMCA and Boy Scout owned. That's what it was, and then they sold it to the town of Smithfield recently, within the last few years. But there's like rumors and myths this place is haunted too. Like they apparently hear phantom music. There's a haunted dog leash right there. The original driveway was up there, and behind us is like the newer access to the parking lot point. There's also a couple different ways in here. The main trail, because they used to drive on this main loop. There's a 3-mile loop that goes around the lake, which I'm not sure if the lake has a name. That's another thing I can take a look at. But you can see it was paved here. Some parts of it are paved and there's still tire marks. So today what I want to do is, last time I was here we really focused more on the buildings, the abandoned buildings, and we were able to get inside of them. I will take a look at the buildings and see what is still accessible right now at this point in 2025. But the main focus of today is I want to actually search for more, I guess, off the beaten path stuff. We didn't go to the waterfall trails last time, which are supposed to be beautiful. I'm not sure how much the water will be flowing right now though. There hasn't been much rain. But that's a spot that I wanted to check out that we did not capture. And deep up in the woods near where like the swampy parts are, there are actually a series of boulder caves, and it looks like a couple caves that were carved by water, some solution caves as well. So I got a flashlight and I want to see if we can uncover any undiscovered caves at Camp Shepard. I don't think a lot of people have attempted to go inside of them or even search for them. Most people stay on the main loop, the 3-mile loop. And last time I was here we did take a right and we circled around that way. So I'm going to go the opposite way. We're going to do a left. First things first though, there are going to be some abandoned cabins up ahead. So I want to start by taking a look at them and seeing what remains of these cabins as of today. I'm seeing the first. I think that red building right there is going to be an outhouse. And it is a beautiful day, and this is definitely one of the best hiking trails I think that you could do in Rhode Island. Not only do you get the urban exploration, getting to explore these abandoned structures, but the view of the lake that we're going to see. There's a beautiful area called the Fjords that you can sit at and have a nice little picnic, and It literally looks like the fjords from Norway. Just massive cliffs with the water on the bottom flowing through. So we're gonna come out that way. We're gonna go all the way around and out that way to get back. We have big old growth pine trees here. Looks like a natural stone wall. What's up, birdies? All right. You can imagine they had to clear this out or lay these stones when they first built this place. Okay, so yeah, here's the first building. This was one of like the recreation centers. I think that they would sell food here. It was like a kitchen or something. You can see there's a chimney though, so there was a fireplace in here. This building I don't think was ever accessible to get inside. I remember when I first started coming here, most of them were boarded up. There were a few, like I said, including the one down there by the pond that you could get inside, but they've since put these up everywhere. And the danger is not so much that they don't want people inside, because this is public land now, but the thing is there could still be asbestos in here and who knows what kind of rats. I saw some shady looking things when I went in the other buildings. Look at that, they used to have power running through here. There's the stage. So yeah, this I believe was the kitchen or where they would get their food. This one looked like it was a living quarters, an actual like stay overnight cabin. And there's the well down there too. Let's take a look at that first. So this well, I wonder if it's still fresh water inside. Oh my god, they even had a little spring. You can get fresh water. Oh, it's sealed up. I was hoping we could stick the camera down like a tunnel. That's pretty crazy looking right there. Alright, on to the cabin. So yeah, this building did have an access point. The door on the other side, I remember, was opened, but I don't think it's going to be anymore. I think since then they blocked it back up. I remember one creepy time I was trying to come up here and go inside, and I heard something banging around it, and then I heard a guy talking or yelling at me or whatever, so I ran away. So this is a little porch area. Wow, that's the lake. That Fjords section is like on the other side. I think maybe further down that way. But it's actually flowing. And I did look it up. It's actually a reservoir. It's the Sprague Upper Reservoir. So that's what's in the middle of this park. Yeah, the doors shut up again, like I had thought. So yeah, they really screwed it in there. The other buildings, which I think are also sealed now too, are deeper in the woods, which we'll go to next. But those ones, I remember they had doors that would just open right up and you can get inside. I think they've since like super glued them shut or something. I remember there was a fireplace in here you could see. And if you actually see my earlier video on Camp Shepard, one of the first videos I've done on this channel, I do go inside these. A little mysterious crack down there. Okay, so next up I'm gonna go up these steps again, and we're gonna go right into the woods this time, into the uncharted territory. I want to go find the caves and the waterfall trails, so let's see what's up. Oh, it is like quiet right now and peaceful. I can hear the wind through the trees. So we're in that like mid-fall range right now. It's almost the end of October. Halloween is a-coming. Some stone walls, so these definitely predate the camp. This must be some kind of an old farmland or something. There's another trail that way. That could be where that side one led. We're approaching the cliffs. That's a big tree root right here. Big sturdy boy. So that area on that side is going to be the fjords. You can already see the cliff drop. We'll climb on top of that. Alright, the first of the caves is going to be down here, which I've been into before. And it's just a small little boulder cave that you can squeeze inside. There's like one little room in there. Oh, they put a picnic table down there, unless that was always there from the beginning. Alright. So this is cave number 1. You can see it. There's all the boulders and it kind of goes right in there. There was like a little water cave that you can go in when this isn't as flooded in there. And we're gonna go up there for the cliff too. But alright, let me take the backpack off and we'll go inside here. So yeah, I'm standing in front of this little boulder cave. It's nothing special, just a crack in the ground. Whoa! And it doesn't really go that deep either. You got this side right here. It's kind of like an overhang, really. Oh, look at those spider webs. It goes up a little bit. And then this is the one, the actual room. Now there's some glass over here I want to stay away from. Ow, ow, ow. That's a sharp rock. Okay. Yeah, so this is a small little cave right here. Still a little bit more that goes down there, but obviously you can't fit in there. Compared to the ones that I've been going into in like Lanesboro and stuff, this is really nothing, but it's fun. It's fun to go in here and get decently deep. Back here. Cool. Alright, let's get out. Let's squeeze out this way. Okay. So there's a couple more caves like this that are going to be deeper in the woods. I want to see if I can locate them. See if they go any deeper. Damn, cut myself on the rock in there. It's sharp. I should have wore pants. I'll be alright though, it literally is nothing. Just a little scrape. I've had much worse happen to me. One time I was climbing up Mount Wachusett and I just had started. And as soon as I started, I slipped on these very, very sharp rocks. And I cut my legs all up, like my shins. But I had already driven an hour and I really wanted to hike, so I just pushed through it. And yeah, my legs are bleeding all the way down the entire hike. People were kind of freaked out, but it was fun. And I seem to have recovered okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go up a little bit further. If you take a right over on this trail, you're gonna see that Fjords area. Ooh wee! Oh, the sun feels nice too. I might actually even take the jacket off. Oh, look at that. That is the spot. Jim 76. Someone was here in 1976. Unless there's a time traveler and he came from 2076. Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely called the Fjords just because you can see how it's reminiscent of the large cliffs with the rivers that run through it in Norway. And the sun's blazing right on it. Killer view. I don't know how deep that water is. I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody doing cliff diving off here or not. I would definitely not want to do it. But people used to swim in here when it was a preserve or a camp. There's a nice little spot over here. Further up. Yeah, this is a nice spot right here. I used to sit here a lot actually back in the day. You just gotta navigate your way around the tree. There we go. And you get to sit all the way down here. That's good. That's the view. This is real nice, just chilling in the pines right now. Surrounded by pine needles and beautiful views. It's a little bit hazy and overcast though. But it's warm. I think it's like 70. I can hear people deep in the woods. I should go check that out. Alright, we're going to leave the fjords behind and we're going to continue on our journey deeper into the woods. And we'll see what the rest of the place has. Man, those cliffs do look cool though. Coming up on a ledge or something over here. Yeah, look at down there. This is a big lake. Or a, what do they call it, a reservoir. I haven't been here in a while. It's nice. These are definitely some of the best trails that you can hike around here. Clearly marked, and you get a nice little blend of a lot of different adventure aspects. You can hear the birds. That's all I can hear around here. You know, unlike Florida, you don't really see a lot of wildlife around here. You know, you go to Florida, you're always going to see something. Snakes, lizards, alligators, wild horses, all kinds of crazy stuff, but you don't really run into a lot. I've seen a family of fox before. You do see deer every now and then too, but that's really it. It's getting a little warm out. I had to take that jacket off. I underestimated it because it was so cold the last week over here. It was only like, well, for me it was cold. It was like in the 50s and I was freezing. But it's warming up a little bit, luckily. Hopefully we got a few more nice days like this before the snow comes. The fall foliage is coming out really well. We're almost at peak. Not quite yet, but every plant looks like it's turned or lost some leaves. Oh, this is Bird City. Man, so many of these trees are just completely cracked. Oh, that's right. So there's some abandoned foundations down here. These definitely predate the camp. I'm assuming these are like farmers, some kind of farming structure, like maybe like old stables for the horses or something, because much of New England was farmland before they came over and built over it. But I mean, this could be as simple as just a stone wall remnants, but to me this looks like it was some kind of an abandoned structure. Huh. Well, let's get back on the trail. You can see the difference between where people walk, how it's so much flatter just from the feet trampling on it. That's a big trail marker. So over here the land starts to open up a bit from those tight trails. Starts to get a bit more flat, and the reservoir looks like it spills into the swamp over here. So this is going to be a bit more of like marshlands and swampiness. Well, I think a marsh is like brackish water, so probably not that. There's an old dock here they probably used to launch off some boats, so maybe the water level was higher during the days of the camp. But this is just like a swamp right here. This reminds me a lot of what Watermelon Pond looked like in Florida. Oh yeah, this is very Florida-like. It's starting to get wet. Wow. Look at this. Yep. So this is whatever spills over from the reservoir into here. That's insane. I can't believe that this is Smithfield right now, because this is just like, this looks like somewhere from the southeast. All that wetland. Ugh, that there's a lot of like moss or some kind of algae growing right there on the top. All right, still pressing on a bit. Now around over here should be where we're going to start seeing possible cave formations. That way is private property, so we're not going to go there. But up this way is still part of the park. If we go a little bit off the beaten path, there should be some boulders, and it looked like a few of these rocks had formations from water carving, either by glacier or rain or something. Look at this bridge. Look at those trees in there too. Man, that is an unbelievable sight. This is incredible. This looks like something from like, I don't know, like some kind of like a jungle movie or something, with the huge cliffs back there. The predator's gonna come out of these woods. So let's go take a look over here in this area. See, like in there it looks like there's some caves, like some indentations and stuff. Okay, so the first spot I'll check out is this one up here. Looks like this rock ledge, and it's got an indentation right inside of it. Oh, there's a couple of them actually. See, these don't look like they're just regular boulder caves. These look like that water carved this out, but these are not really even caves. It's just like little indentations. Now see, like, oh yeah, it does go up a little bit in here. See, like, yeah, it does go up a little bit in there. There's some spots in there like caved in. What about this one? Oh, this one actually goes in a little bit. There's no sense in climbing through this for nothing. Yeah. I mean, you can see this whole side of this cliff is just all ledge. And this is strange how like these little tubes or something almost form in here. That's got to be some kind of water erosion. And pull up a bit more. See what's up here. Oh! See some stuff over here. There's graffiti that says 2006 right there. Look at this thing. Yeah, I mean, like, there's these little spider webs. It's like little indentation caves, but they're more like shelters. Like, I don't know if you're gonna find something as big as we had in Lanesboro or Charlemont, Mass. I don't know if there's anything else. What is this? Some rusted, looks like weights. Wait a minute. That might even just be a mushroom. Oh my god. I thought this was like metal, like an old like tire or dumbbells. That's a mushroom. That's crazy. That's a big mushroom. All right. Well, let's continue to search the area. I think there's still some more rock piles further down the trail. So this trail right here is going to huddle along the side. I'm going to keep an eye out for any other holes in the ground that I might see. I mean, this kind of an area is a great place to look for boulder caves. The problem is that not a lot of them, especially around here, seem to go very deep. That's a massive boulder or cliff. Just keeping my eye out. Jeez. Now there were more buildings deeper in the woods from the campground. I think that we either have not gotten there yet or we passed it somehow, but either way I'm going to find them before the end of the hike. So they put these little planks of wood here. I mean, I'm not sure if the water gets this far up sometimes and it gets wet or what. All the ferns are dying back now. Look at that golden color. Alright, so there's two ways here it's looking like. I believe I want to go left. I mean, left seems like it would go further in the woods anyways, right? This looks like a much more maintained area. This is like a little Red Riding Hood area or something. And I think I'm seeing the other building I was talking about up there. There's like another stage or a cabin. This is the one that I think I was inside before that had an attic with a ladder. I did stick the camera up there, but I don't think they were going to be able to access it anymore. I think that it's been since sealed, but we'll go take a look and see. There's people up here already, unless it's ghosts. This is a good workout. That's an incline. Oh, people disappeared. Oh, there they are. They're walking away. Okay, so yeah, we made it. This is the first building, and this one was basically just like a, there was a stage here. Obviously some kind of entertainment would go down, but inside was a cabin because I was here before, and yeah, they sealed it up. Okay, I can see they bolted it. That's why, because this used to be able to be opened right up. This one's just locked. There's the bathrooms over here, but that's gonna be the same situation. Alright, I'm gonna go back down then. I mean, it's disappointing a lot of these buildings are inaccessible now, but whatever, they want to do it for your safety. Next stop, I want to go check out and see if we can find the Waterfall trail. I think that's what it was called. There was a pretty decent sized waterfall that flows for most of the year. I can't promise it'll be flowing today, but if you continue down that trail, it's going to be a really cool trail that leads down some cliffs with flowing water and into a swamp. And I remember there was like little bridges, and it was a good time. So I want to go find that one. I haven't been there in a long time. All right, we're coming on an anomaly over here. This is one of those mysterious teepees that keep appearing in the woods of Rhode Island. I found them actually all over New England and parts of Mass. Some areas have like a lot of them, but this one is just a standalone. Oh, this looks like it was an old little campground over here actually. I've never seen this before. Look at this, it's like almost some kind of a ritual site. Okay, so here's the teepee. Yeah, someone built this. That's pretty cool. All right, so I continued down the purple trail. It looks like it's gonna go uphill over here now. What I'm guessing is gonna happen is this is going to end up hitting that blue trail, which I believe is the Waterfall trail. And that one I want to follow all the way down. There is a section at the end of one of these that leads to a legit swamp that's pretty crazy to see, so I want to check that out. There is some of the stream flowing today, it looks like. Alright, so I kept going down the purple trail. I don't remember ever seeing this before, but it's like going right behind like a condo complex. It still is the trail, it's still marked. I can't remember if this was the place that had the big swamp at the end or not. I mean, that's pretty crazy to see. I'm no longer seeing trail markers, I think. I might be out in the borderlands right now. I think this is a different property line. Yeah. Let's just see what's down here. And then I'll turn around. I'll try to get back on that waterfall trail. Oh, this was worth it. Look at this. Wow. Where is this place? There's people over there. What is this thing? So that's apparently a farm on that side called Jaswell's Farm. I don't know if there's a way to get around there and check it out. It looks like that they allow people to walk around in there. I could try push it and go to the other end of that trail, but I kind of want to get back to Camp Shepard because I still didn't get to that waterfall trail I wanted to yet. So maybe I could try to revisit this another time and see how I can get over there. All right, I'm back into the middle of the park now, and I'm gonna hit this blue trail up finally. Long awaited. So I don't know where this one really should begin. I know this is going to bring me by the waterfalls, and I'm hoping I can find that little pathway I was talking about that leads down to with the rocks, but I'll see where this goes. It's been a while since I've done this, so I feel like I'm walking into uncharted territory. Oh, you know what? I think this might be the path that I was talking about, but we're already at the bottom of it. The river is flowing more here, and I can already hear a little waterfall. I think I'm figuring out where we are right now. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. We're going up the path instead of down this time, but this is the one that will bring us through this little gorge. And it's gorgeous. Here's the first waterfall that we're seeing today. Look at that. Very serene in here. I mean, this is like a spot that I could probably just like sit and have a picnic or something. But I gotta keep going. Gotta keep pressing. So this will bring us back up then. I think we did, once we're done with this, I think that would have been all of these backwoods. And then once we get back to the main loop, we're gonna start seeing remnants of the old campgrounds again. There's gonna be like, there was an area it looked like that was right by the pond where they would swim in. I don't know if it was like another cabin or some kind of recreation center. I remember you could poke the camera in because one of the windows was broken and open, but again, they probably closed that up by now. I wonder if that's a beaver dam right there. Oh, see, this would normally be a big waterfall. It's unfortunate. It's dried up right now, you can tell. All right, now this was the spot that I was getting confused with earlier. So if we take a left right here, we're going to go to the secluded pond that's going to be away from the trail and it dead ends. We go straight, we'll get back to the loop that we want to get on. But the pond is worth checking out for sure. Look at that. We're like right at water level. There's so many freshly fallen leaves in the ground. All right, here's the little pond, or I don't know if it was a quarry or what this was, but it's at the end of this little dead end over here. It's at the end of this little dead end over here. It's nice and peaceful. A good place to probably find some wildlife, frogs, turtles, snakes, fish are even in here, believe it or not. All right, cool. Well, I want to try to get back to the main loop and find the remaining remnants of the campgrounds. This is pretty wild. I pointed this out. Whoa! I almost tripped. I pointed this out last time I was here, but look how these rocks have these perfectly formed tubes. I don't know how the hell that happened. It was almost like it was built on pegs or something. And there's a tree growing like right at the side of it. Yep. Some poop there, it looks like. There's the lake. Alright, let's head towards the bridge. Alright, so up ahead, here's the bridge that I was talking about. Now, I could have sworn that you could see this from the ground down there, and I couldn't see it this time. That's a good view, though. It sounds like there's a little bit of a waterfall going. I didn't see it. It's further back. Oh, they got a little, like a drainage pipe they built there. So they dammed this up. Wow. Nice, so I just got a fresh battery in the GoPro and I'm ready to go check out the rest of this trail. That was a nice little pit stop. I think for the remainder of the hike now we're just going to be staying on this path, and it's going to circle around the rest of the reservoir. We'll see the rest of the structures once we get to the other side. Oh, there's a happy squirrel. He's squirreling around. Look at that view. We're coming up over here, and this looks like the actual dam where they really dammed this up. Oh, that sun is nice. Yes. Nice and shiny. This time of the year is weird because the sun is lower. It's more at eye level, but it's bright. I'm gonna be sad when the winter comes. I'm hoping it's not gonna be so bad this year. So I don't know if this is like a little pump house right here or what. There was a dock over here, unless it's been removed. Yeah, there used to be a dock and they took it out, it looks like. Maybe that's what we saw in the woods over there. That's pretty crazy they took that out. That was like here for a long, long time. Any critters in the water? Any snakes, crawdaddies, turtles? It's got a lock on it. I was hoping we'd be able to go check out inside. Everything's locked up around here. Wonder what those ropes are for. These stone walls here are really well preserved. So these ones have been undisturbed for a while. This part of the woods is quiet. Really silent. Only hearing a few crickets in the distance. No birds. The colors in the trees ahead of me look insane though. Oh, that's right. Let's go check out. There was like a little side trail over here. You can see this was a parking lot at some point. Yeah, and I think there's like a little section of more of those teepees that people built in here. Fairy House Village. I don't know why they call it the Fairy House Village, to be honest with you. It's just like some poorly built teepees. Like that was not very good. I think this leads down to the coast. Yeah. Through the stone wall. Get another one of these. I mean, I don't know if fairies actually exist, so I don't know if we're gonna see any over here. And if they did exist, I don't know why they would live in these little teepee huts. Yeah, I think we can actually go out here and we'll get a good view. I think we're directly across from the pump house. Yep. Ugh. Whoa. There you go. That picnic bench is destroyed. What happened here? These are old. Just probably rotted away, and then maybe the tree fell on it and just, that's what did it in. Alright, we're gonna go right towards this abandoned building. There's two of them. That's the one that I think was like the old snack shack or something. I think in the front of it is like a garage. I would love to come back here with somebody who had real good history of the area. Nope. Yeah, see, so they must have kept their vehicles in here. Oh, somebody opened this up. What's inside? All right, so I put my head in there. It does look like there is actually a bunch of junk in here. There's some graffiti. So there was like a cabinet. It's I'd be interested in actually getting inside, but I don't know if it's just a bunch of junk. Next up, we're gonna go check out this abandoned building. I want to see what the window in the front looks like, if it's still open or not. See glass all over the ground. Oh no, they boarded that one up, but there's another one now that's open. So now we got this one. Let's go see. Ooh, yeah, they smell inside. I could smell it in the garage. Looks like a electrical box. There's a fire pit. There's holes all on the side too. Oh, that's the electrical box. I don't see any asbestos. It looks like that. It's just wood. This is crazy. This almost looks like a handprint. Perfect on the tree. I don't know how that's possible, or if it's just my imagination. Nuts. Piece of an old dock. Anything under here? No. Andy. That beach closed, no lifeguard on duty. I'm glad we got to do this on a warmer day. I think it was pretty chilly the last time I came down here. Okay, so this is pretty cool. This guy right here is going to try to drag the tree out. So he's basically part of the people that maintain this park, and there's a report of the fallen tree that was like causing mountain bikers to trip up, and he's just trying to yank this thing out with the side-by-side. Nice! There you go. Really cool though. He got the whole tree to come out. I think this cracked right open. Alright, we're back on the regular trail again now. I'm gonna finish up in these buildings and make my way out of here because we're getting late. We have another garage. Whoa, there's like a little chipmunk guy. That garage looks inaccessible. Oh, damn, they opened up this. Let's go check this out now. This is interesting. Was this a bathroom? Oh wow. This was an abandoned bathroom. Wow. I always thought this was a cabin. That stall is completely gone. There's no toilet here anymore either. Where'd the toilet go? That was the mirror or a window. Okay, I think this is the last of the buildings right now. And this was like the old stage or entertainment area. I can imagine they would do music, you know, arts, stand up. This bench is new here. Someone moved this over here. Center stage. I don't think there is an inside to this. I think this is just the stage. Now that looks creepy as hell. So interesting, those were bathrooms, not cabins. Alright guys, so I think that's going to be a wrap. I got the cabin behind me. I'm just going to chill here for the remainder of the afternoon. I think I had a pretty successful hike. I didn't expect to see a guy break apart a tree on this hike. And it was cool. We did end up getting inside some of these abandoned buildings. So thanks again. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. We got more caves, buildings, and hikes. Have a good one.